Hello, this is Tasha from Sensi, and I'm going to read a story to you which is called The Selfish Crocodile. Let's begin. Deep in the forest, in the river, lived a large crocodile. He was a very selfish crocodile. He didn't want any other creature to drink or bathe in the river. He thought that it was his river. Every day he shouted to the other creatures in the forest, "Stay away from my river! It's my river! If you come in my river, I will eat you all!" The other animals looked rather frightened, actually. So there were actually no fish, no tadpoles, no frogs, no crabs, no crayfish in the river. All were afraid of the selfish crocodile. The forest creatures kept away from the river as well. Whenever they were thirsty, they went for miles to drink in other rivers and streams. Can you imagine how tiring that would be to have to trek for miles just to go and get a drink? Every day, the crocodile lay on his great big back in the sun, picking his teeth with a stick. Look at how big those teeth are. Big, sharp teeth. He looks, well, very relaxed. But early one morning, the forest was awakened by a loud groaning sound. Something or somebody was in terrible pain. The creatures thought that it was an animal that had been caught by the crocodile. Can you imagine that? "Ah! Ah!" was the noise. But as the sun came out brightly, they saw that it was actually the crocodile who was in pain. He was lying on his big back, holding his swollen jaw, and he was crying real tears. It sounds like he was in a lot of pain. The creatures drew closer, but not too close. Some of the creatures felt really sorry for the crocodile. "What's the matter with him?" asked a deer. "I don't know," said a squirrel. "Maybe he's going to die," chirped a bird. "If that happens, it'll be safe to go into the river," grunted a wild pig. The animals thought about this. They hung from branches, like the monkey over here. They hung from vines. They buzzed in the air, and they shook their heads as they watched the great big crocodile in pain. But no animal tried to help. I think it's because they were all still scared. Suddenly, a little mouse appeared. Sniffing the air, he ran along the crocodile's tail, then onto his tummy. The other creatures stared, big wide eyes. What was the little mouse doing? "Oh, look at that mouse!" chattered the monkey. "He's either very brave or mad." "Well, I think he's going to be eaten for sure," said an iguana. The mouse crept along the crocodile's big neck and into his open mouth. There was a hush in the forest. The mouse got hold of something and pulled and pulled and pulled. Then he put it on his shoulder and walked out of the crocodile's mouth. There was a loud cheer from the astonished creatures. "Yay!" The crocodile sat up and said, "I don't feel any more pain. It's all gone." Then he saw the mouse walking down his tummy, carrying an enormous crocodile tooth on his shoulder. "Your bad tooth was giving you the toothache," answered the mouse, turning around to face the now smiling crocodile. "Do you want it back?"
"Oh, no. Get rid of it. And when you've done that, come back,"
said the crocodile.
"I'll have a present for you."
The mouse went and buried the bad tooth under a tree, and when he returned, the crocodile had a nice, juicy nut waiting for him. As the crocodile watched the mouse eating the nut, he said to him,
"You were very clever getting rid of my toothache, and kind too. I'm so grateful. But what shall I do if my toothache comes back?"
"Don't worry, I'll help you take care of your teeth," answered the mouse whilst nibbling the wonderful juicy nut that he'd been given. And soon the crocodile and the mouse were best friends. And then one day the crocodile sent all of the animals an invitation.
"Please come to drink and bathe in the river. I won't hurt you. The river belongs to us all,"
he said. And then the creatures weren't afraid to drink and bathe in the river anymore. Although the crocodile was sometimes snappy, they grew to love him. And soon the river was full of fish and tadpoles and crabs and crayfish. And then they lived happily ever after, sharing the river. And the crocodile was no longer thought of to be selfish. So that's the end of that story. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.